of a democratic and free society. It is an ideal for which I hope to live for and to see realized. But my Lord, if it needs be, it is an ideal for which I am prepared to die.
Well, let's take you back now to Chriselda Lewis in Johannesburg, where I guess the dignitaries have arrived. Chriselda, very good morning to you. Who's there so far?
Well, a very good morning to you once again, Blaine. A very significant day here this morning where those little forests, the 100 trees will be planted, of course, in honor of the late former President Nelson Mandela. And yes, as I indicated a bit earlier on, we're expecting some distinguished guests here today. Part of the elders, Richard Branson joins me this morning, philanthropist, businessman, and has been involved in quite a number of initiatives over the past couple of years to honor this late South African. So Richard Branson, thank you very much for your time this morning. Let's talk about the significance of these 100 trees and how this year, the decision was taken to use trees to speak about or preserving this legacy of the late Nelson Mandela.
Well, it's a wonderful day to be here. Madiba has meant so much to the whole world and set South Africa on a wonderful course, and now I think with Cyril Ramaphosa and a lot of other people, it can hopefully be taken on to the next stage. The 100 Sparks of Hope, which we're doing today, is basically recognising 100 wonderful organisations that have done wonderful works around the world, and in particular in Africa. Organisations that Mandela believed in and gave us support to. And many of these organisations are here today, and they, plus the elders and plus other organisations, are carrying on Nelson Mandela's work on a global basis, and he's alive to celebrate.
But why trees this time? You know, every year we look at different ways to honour Nelson Mandela's legacy, but why trees? I know part of this is because of the creation of biodiversity and also to show that working togetherness that Nelson Mandela always spoke about.
Well, the trees are really signifying these organisations that are transforming people's lives throughout the world, and transforming people's lives environmentally, in the health of people's lives, in many different areas. So the trees is purely a symbolic way of saying, remembering him. And the environment was something that Nelson Mandela also, it was very important to him. And so without the environment, we don't want to just live in concrete. We want to live in forests as well.
Yes. So Branson, was it not at the age of 11 years old when you were selling Christmas trees, wasn't it?
I started off by selling Christmas trees. I planted them, but the rabbits came in and ate them all, so I wasn't very successful at it.
I want to talk about that. I mean, back then, there you were selling Christmas trees, and today you're involved in this very important initiative involving the planting of trees to honour this legacy. I think the symbolism is quite fantastic.
You're very well read. We all have strange lives, and I've certainly had a wonderful, strange life, and it was the greatest honour of my life spending time with Mandela and Archbishop Tutu, who've achieved incredible things. And one of the things they did was set up an organisation called the Elders that Archbishop Tutu once chaired, now Kofi Annan chairs, and there's 12 wonderful men and women. They go into conflict regions and try to resolve conflicts. They are trying to stop the world going into global warming. and they're trying to bring universal healthcare. And some of these elders, Grush and Michelle, obviously, and Kofi and Anne are here today.
All right. Thank you very much for your time. The program is about to get underway. Sir Richard Branson there speaking to us about the significance of this event, Blaine, which has already just gotten underway. We're expecting, of course, these trees that have been planted behind us have the names of different countries, of course, showing that sense of togetherness and solidarity as well. We'll certainly bring you the event live as it gets underway with the program.
Interview there, Chriselda Lewis live for us in Johannesburg.